Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. So I've got a couple of guitars that I'm going to introduce into the same series, and I'm going to be working on both of them at the same time. And it's because they're both Gibson Les Pauls, actually both Gibson Les Paul Studios. These two guitars are completely different years, completely different features, and I'm going to be doing a different treatment to each one of them. This one happens to be a 2006 Gibson Les Paul Studio. And by the way, if you don't know how to read the serial number for the year of a Gibson, basically you look at the first 5 digits. And on this one, the first digit is a 0 and the 5th digit is a 6. That's what makes it an 06. This one's going to need pickups, it's going to need pots, it's going to need the bridge, it needs tuners, it needs some extra help. And what I mean by that is this one happens to be missing a couple of inlays, and so I don't know exactly how I'm going to replace those yet, but I've got a couple of plans in mind. And it's got some finish issues too. I don't know what this is in here. It looks like wear marks from something that was going on in here, and a little bit of staining in that area. And then on the back, it's just got a complete total stain back here. And also, not only does it have this black line here, but it's got this pink stain here. It must have been somebody who played this that either wore a pink shirt all the time or a red shirt, or it was stored in one of those 90s Gibson cases with a pink lining or something like that. I've been trying to get this off, by the way, with some polishing compound and some naphtha and some other things, and it's not been coming off. So if anybody has a tip out there on how I might be able to get this stain off, please let me know. I don't want to polish the finish completely off, so I'm not really going to go too aggressive on wet sanding or anything like that. I just want to see if there's a way I can remove that stain without much of the finish coming off. Okay, so let's take a look at the other guitar. So this one is a 1987 Gibson Les Paul Studio, and you might notice an immediate difference, and that's in the inlays on the neck. The Gibson Les Paul Studio in the very beginning had dot inlays rather than trapezoids, and I think they switched somewhere around 1990. This one has only really the switch installed, and that's really the only part it's got, although it does have the posts for the bridge and the tailpiece, so that's a little bit of a plus. And somebody has replaced the nut, and I don't like the nut that's on it, so I may have to replace that. And other than that, it's basically a blank guitar, so I've got to put everything into it. Somebody's been doing a little bit of polishing in here, I can tell. There's a buckle rash area right here that's pretty bad, and some areas where this guitar has just been sat down on some, I don't know, random stuff. I may have to wet sand that out a little bit. But I really love this wine red color, and I don't want to mess with it too much. But this one's definitely going to get a set of pickups, set of pots, bridge and tail, probably a switch tip, maybe rewire that switch. Got tuners to install, truss rod cover, and maybe some fret cleanup. We'll have to see, but a lot of work to do on this one, and I'm pretty excited to get into it. So what themes am I going to go for on these two guitars? Well, they're going to be a little bit different, like I said. Now the white one is going to stay with the black plastic theme, so it's going to have black pickup rings, black covers on the back. It's already got the black pick guard, and I think I'll probably stick with gold throughout the rest of the hardware, and that's because it already has some hints of gold on it, which are the strap buttons, and there may be another piece that I'm forgetting. But one thing I want to make sure I cover is I'm going to put a Bigsby on that thing, and I do happen to have the Bigsby already. So this gold Bigsby is going to be sort of the centerpiece of the build, and I'm really looking forward to trying one of these out. As far as the rest of that build, I'm going to go with black pickups. I've got a Gibson set here that I believe is a 490R and a 498T. And then I've got 2 here for the other build, which is going to be the red Les Paul build, and that's a 490R and a 490T, so a little bit different on those. And I've got one of these newer style breadboard or PCB style control pot boards, and I've got some quick connect. These are quick connect pickups, quick connect switch, and I've got the quick connect jack for that too. I've got to do a little bit of repair on this one because somebody cut the plug off, so I'll be doing that too. And on the other guitar, I'm talking about the white one now, I'm going to be installing just plain pots and these non-quick connect style pickups. So a little bit more traditional wiring on the white one. Anyway, got a couple different things going on. Oh, and I almost forgot. I'm gonna try a cream theme on the red guitar, which is a little weird, I know, but I have another guitar that's red with cream on it and I really like the look, so gonna try that. So anyway, that's the list of parts that I've got. I'm also gonna try replacing those inlays, and I actually have some inlay material that I'm gonna be cutting that from, and this is just perloid cellulose material, so that's going to be a new experience for me, and I really hope I don't screw that up, but gonna give it a shot. Hope y'all follow along. I really appreciate when you guys like and comment on my videos, and I really appreciate when you subscribe. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys next time.